The new Predators Badlands teaser trailer just dropped, so yeah, let's talk about it. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be doing a sort of breakdown, kind of theories and like thoughts about the Predator franchise and the new, obviously, Predator Badlands teaser that just dropped today. I got to watch it. I've done a little bit of thoughts about it, and I wanted to share them with you guys. Now, there is a new trailer out. If you haven't seen it, I would watch it. I'm not going to go through it step by step. So if you want to watch it first and then come back to this video and then we'll talk about it. I've got all kinds of different aspects talking about Predators versus aliens, and just about every aspect of Predators. What I wanted to do is kind of do it all on the fly too. So I'm not going to be doing this with cuts or anything. So this is just a la me, and we're going to talk about it. So first of all, I'm going to tell you my thoughts. What I thought of the trailer. I liked it. I personally really liked it. I know some people are having issue with sort of the character that the Predator is in this movie. It's a very different Predator than we've ever seen in any other Predator movie. Most of them are kind of like big hulking beasts, you know, and that can be kind of different to see this sort of ninja version of a Predator who's holding a sword that is a laser sword of some sort in the future, and there's robots and like a different planet and all kinds of stuff going on. So but yeah, I actually really think it looks cool. I love that it's set in the future. I think that's a very cool thing that I would like to see, and it outdid what I was thinking. Now, there is some confusing nature to the movie on the like poster or whatever, which you'll see here. It says first hunt, last chance, which is like, wait, is this the first hunt? Like, is this technically the first hunt? And if it is, why is there futuristic human beings, Weyland-Yutani, all this other stuff, which is also why I had issues with Alien Prometheus, by the way, because there was a lot of weird loopholes in the technology and everything that just didn't add up. Now, of course, you know, as far as this new Predator movie goes, I know a lot of people were like looking for like World War II or something like that, you know, and I think that they're going to be doing versions of that in that new TV series, the animated one. Plus, they're also kind of ramping up for their Aliens versus Predator stuff and the TV show for the Aliens show. So they're really trying to kind of wax and sort of grease the wheels on all angles. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Predator, Aliens versus Predator. So it's going to be a wild ride. But let's talk about the trailer and why I think it's going to be pretty cool, and why I'm not really bothered by the face thing. I don't know why everybody is. It's just something different, man. You know, shit changes. It's not a deal breaker for me, you know? Like, are there better looking Predators? Probably, but they wanted to make this as realistic as possible. And, you know, it's practical in this movie, apparently. So the eyes have always been very human looking eyes that I recall from all the other Predators. Their just heads were just ginormous because there was like animators or what do you call it? Animation, like they put like these wired jaws on them so that they can open the mouth and things like that. Armatures, you know, it's all mechanical. They have like these wires that come out the back, you know, to make it look cool. So now this movie is going to be directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who did Prey, and Prey was just dropped on us like, oh, here's a Hulu movie you guys can check out. Ended up being one of people's favorite movies that year. Obviously, some people had issue with it. We're not going to talk about them. Badlands shows up and is like, hey, we're gonna show you the first scene or the last scene of Predator 2, the trophy room, which Predator has had in a couple of movies. And man, that is so cool just to see all the different creatures on here, because it let us know that they were fighting things all the way back to the Jurassic time. They were also fighting like other alien species. You know, there's like one human in this whole bunch. And it really kind of hammers home that we're not the only thing in the universe. And I love that about Predator. It kind of makes us a smaller, sort of unique thing. And yeah, obviously we've been one of the biggest threats that they've seen, and they keep coming back. But yeah, Predator Badlands, they show off with this, and one of the first things she says in the movie is, "I didn't think you survived." And then they pull out a mask from this weird liquid. And it's like, what is that? What is that mask that he's wearing? And obviously we got the same guy wearing the red sort of skin Badlands version of Predator, who's got the dreads on the top. And the voice, I presume, is from Ellie Fanning, who's going to be in the movie, who there's a lot of theories on this that you guys may not know, but I think she looks cool, and I'm really excited to see what she's got to offer, especially since later on in the trailer, here's some cool stuff where they show the planet. Fun fact about the Predators, they are on planet Yautja Prime, which was in the comics, which I actually have right here. I used to read these comics a lot as a kid. And yeah, I love that. I got the big game and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, this is the first Predator. Kind of started my Dark Horse thing here. Now here's where a lot of people are tripping out, okay? Because what is that? Wayland Yutani on the screen. Those are her eyes, 1000%. You can see here that they have definitely says W with the Wayland Yutani symbol, which is from Alien franchise. So obviously she's a synth. Her eyes flick closed as if she's receiving an update or something. I'll play it real quick. There you go. Whoop. Which a lot of people are really excited about, but I don't know if you also noticed, but there is a truck in the background when the Predator is standing, like holding his sword and everything. In this part right here, you can see the Wayland Yutani upside down there, and then he's facing some bigger threat in the background because she says, "You're hunting something that can't be killed," and then this giant hulking beast came out. So obviously this is two worlds colliding in one Predator movie, obviously hinting that there's going to be more Predator versus, or Aliens versus Predator, which I am super excited about. I actually still like Predator 2, or Aliens versus Predator 2 Requiem. I think it's a good movie. And I wanted to bring up that, did you know that in the Predator comics that I have here, a lot of the comics kind of went over some of the stories that were in the Aliens versus Predator movies. A little bit different. In the first Predator, or Aliens versus Predator movie, I keep saying that, sorry. There was Machiko Noguchi Saga, one of the most influential storylines, introducing a human character who gains the respect of a Predator clan and joins the hunts, which is similar to the first movie and also kind of Prey. We also have a Predalien that was in the comics, where the comics feature the terrifying Predalien, which was a xenomorph spawned from a Predator host, and showcasing, you know, like the horrifying creature hybrid, which was in Alien versus Predator Requiem, which I think is probably one of the more graphic movies of the bunch. People just get slain like it's no big deal in there. But the Aliens versus Predator comics, now when it came to Wayland Yutani, they often were kind of manipulating the xenomorph thing. They were trying to build other worlds, and they also had combat androids in the film. Now, I don't know if she's a combat android, but she's obviously lived through some things. And in the trailer, you can see that he's on another planet. Now, Yautja Prime, the planet that predators exist on, is not just volcanic and dry desert land, you know. They do have jungle areas, and so it could be, but we're also seeing that there are some people that are coming in here. You can see these people walking in. They're about to attack somebody right here in the center, and these are human beings. So this must be Weyland-Yutani. My thoughts and theories on this, well, maybe I should tell you what the movie's going to be about first. They say it's a young predator outcast from his clan finds an unlikely ally on his journey in search of the ultimate adversary. I just read that for the first time now, realizing this guy seemed like an outcast. And why do I feel like that? Because there was a scene where they're fighting. It looks like two are fighting. They're both wearing their masks. Also see this guy, whoever the hell that is. He must be like a leader of some sort, some like higher ranking predator, you know, from the planet. This is obviously on their planet, and they got this laser sword thing going on here. So I think that what has happened in this story is that the predator is an outcast. We know that much. He lands on a planet that has been devastated by Wutani, and they've tried to maybe kill off the planet or something. I'm not sure exactly, but somewhere he either lands before or after they are dead because they get killed off by something. And Ellie Fanny's character, which is the robot that we've been talking about, she's one of the only existing members of the Weyland-Yutani group that has been devastated, because if you see all the harvesters and everything, they're just completely smashed by this hulking beast thing that he's going to fight in the end, you know, when he stands up to it. And I'm wondering if they team up because of this creature. And that's why she says, you know, obviously, I don't think you understand. You're hunting something that can't be killed. So I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but maybe this guy was sent to another planet and somehow stranded on it, and he has to kind of fight this big hulking beast with Ellie Fanning. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of angles going on here. Humans, predators, the synths, the you know, creature, and so much more. Obviously there's going to be turmoil on all sides, which has always kind of been in the comics, to be honest with you. The comics have been like very much like that. But yeah, I really liked the idea. They said that they were going to try to make this a movie that they team up together. Ellie Fanning came out and did an interview just recently with Entertainment Weekly, I think, and she said that, yeah, we're teaming up together. So it's going to be a little different. They're going to be focusing a lot more on the Predator. And yeah, you know, it's not the most beautiful looking thing, but it's not terrible, in my opinion. There's so many different types of Predator and so many different versions. We saw that in the movie Predators. You ever seen the movie Predators? Well, they show like different like tribes of predators, you know, some that are more advanced than others. And that's obviously because there's a whole planet of predators that are doing similar things. Almost like as if we were racing to the moon to be the first to be on the moon. You know, Japan's done it. We got Russia that's gone to other planets, and then us. And then, you know, I'm not even going to get into the conspiracy stuff on that, but I'm just saying, like, as if different parts of their planet are also doing similar things to, you know, test the mettle of man, beast, and whatever else they come across in the universe. So I'm super excited to come out and see this. It's coming out November 7th in theaters on IMAX as well. I don't know that I'm going to be seeing it, but we got the same writer as Prey, and that is Patrick Asen, who is returning to the chair. I like it. Ellie Fanning, who was in Super 8, The Neon Demon, and A Complete Unknown, and Demetria Schuster Kolamatanji, who is in the Panthers TV show, Red, White, and Brass, another movie. Very good talent here, and you can tell this guy has some action skills, man. The way he's like spinning that sword around and screams at that fucking beast at the end, I think looks pretty cool. Not a big fan of this. I think this looks kind of, I don't know. I feel like it could be done better, and I hope they change it. It just looks kind of generic, in my opinion. It's like, oh, we'll just slap Predator on there because that way people know. They didn't even do that for Prey, I don't think. They just said Prey. But yeah, I think Predator Badlands is going to be a better movie than we expect. Let's hope for it. What do you guys think about some of these ideas that they are seeing in this trailer and what I had to say? I think that in the end, I think they're going to, maybe the robot will self-sacrifice, you know, or something. I don't know. But I definitely feel like there's no humans on this planet left. And if there are, I'll be surprised. I feel like both sides are going to be, the predators and the humans are going to be decimated in some regard, or abandoning this one predator. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If this seems a little scatterbrained, I'm sorry. I did it in one take and I wanted to get something up for you guys as soon as possible. So I did it on the spot. But anyway, thank you guys so much for coming by. I really appreciate your support on this channel, trying different things so I can catch your attention, because, you know, I just like talking about a lot of different things on this channel. And I think that YouTube is kind of a channel that wants you to focus on one specific thing, and then it kind of like feeds the algorithm to it. But I just love so many things. I just want to talk about it all. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you for coming by. And as always, long live the void.